name is Steph. If you'd like to come on and have a seat for some symbolic support, we're going to drop some ink today on this scroll in the spirit of and the muse of the solar plexus. If you'd like to join us, we'll scry to see what shapes and symbols stand out and speak to our psyche and psychic senses. We'll add on tarot and oracle. And where Mr. Ghost Gift is here kicking, we have a ghost tube for any audio additions from the afterlife that may further inspire and add to our auric adventures. Overall, pleased to receive a release freely. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. Let's get ready to explore. All right, you know the drill. We are here to create a portal to perceive in, less worrying about making a masterpiece. Sure. Yeah, sure. I hope you're doing well, wherever you find this. As well, a reminder, please feel well to comment below what you see, sense, or feel. If any shapes or symbols stand out and speak to your psyche and psychic senses, as your reflections do deepen the reading and expand the expressions. Or you can just drop an emoji. That's cool too. Any interactions with the channel is appreciated. All right, we're just about there. I feel like there's other things I'm supposed to say, but alas. Also, we'll do the flip another day, so I will see you again soon for perspective possibilities. When you're ready. If you haven't already, fast forwarded through. If you'd like to take a nice deep breath with me. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. In the name and honor of anyone here at any time. Thank you for being my muse, and may you meet a message with meaning. You know the drill as well. If you want to, oh Karma. My goodness. Okay, this is why we had to get a blackboard for underneath the mess. If you'd like to take a screenshot so you can scry on your own time and terms, personal use only, please feel well to do so. Okay. We've got lots of wet ink here. All right. Okay, so I am seeing what's like something coming out of my head. This is, when I say out of my head, I am meaning, I'm just going to make my screen bigger here. Antlers. There is growth within the sun space of the antlers.
Help.
This very much so feels like I'm connected to my solar body in this growth of these antlers. Also, something about cauliflower ears is coming through. Is that like a fight thing? I feel as though I'm not fighting to hear something about my solar plexus or my solar body. Like it's just like emanating out like steam. It's like solar plexus steam. My antlers are growing. I am, okay, in here, it's like I'm jumping out. There's this golden devil, I'm going to call it. But really it's like, how do I say?
See this.
A cheerleader of sorts. And it's like this angel up here and this demon, if I, for simplicity's sake, the angel and the devil working together in the solar plexus area. But the shadow or demon or devil is and has been, it's like seeing cheerleaders.
Church.
And in order for the top person to like fly or stand on the hands, I'm not a cheerleader, but you know what I'm saying. You depend on that figure beneath to create momentum and hold a certain amount of strength, and that's what this feels like. I'm also seeing like 80s puffy shoulder pads. Like the things that I'm carrying are very, very light, even though it might be like clouds or adding a certain broadness, it's very, very light for me to carry, like it's weightless. I'm also seeing what kind of looks like I'm face down looking at, okay, in some way, shape, or form, like an Ark of a Covenant kind of feel. There's a power there. It's a power source. And I'm also seeing something about a manger.
Kathleen.
It doesn't have to be biblical in the typical sense, but I feel like there's... Okay, if I wander into the solar plexus, if you're still here with me, thank you. If I wander into the solar plexus as like a glowing manger, or in Pulp Fiction opening up the suitcase and there's this golden glow, it's a surprise, but it's something that's been nurtured and carried for some time. The structure is and has been being built for some time, whether it's the suitcase or the structure of a manger. And this feels like a seed of self, if I may, a seed of soul. It is very much so something that I care about. Did you say care? Oh, hair. I thought you said care. And this feels as though, like, is seeing in this cheerleader, it's not a pyramid. It's, say there's 3 or 4 people standing from tallest to shortest, right? There's something about that. And the tallest person, the person in front of them hops up, they hold them up. And then the next person steps forward and boop, and they hop up. And then boop, and then they hop up. This is what this feels like.
Over here.
It feels as though a growth of stacking on top of things, but it's like power on top of power on top of power. There's now, whether these characters, creatures are adult self, adolescent self, inner child self, soul self, you know, whatever the case is, but that's how it kind of feels in the best way I can share the sensation. Is they're not like the physics that we might apply. It's not about that. It's almost like somehow going from smallest to biggest, and then utilizing the biggest to stack, and then go the other way and stack this down towards the smallest to be on top. So it's almost kind of like being in this manger, or some space of realization that the growth up to inevitably have that growth, growing up, whatever that means to you, and then going back to the beginning of that part of you away in a manger, being cradled and held and adored, and by all of these other versions of you, attributes, aspects, whatever the case may be, and really becomes the top. It's really quite beautiful, and I hope I've done this some form of justice in expressing it. All right, I'm going to add on a few shaman cards, and we'll see what else comes through. There's a fireplace. This fireplace has one of those screens in front of it. Shaman of Foresight is coming through. And Shaman of Sorrows.
Satan.
Oh, jeez. So dramatic. Well, we have been seeing, you know, devil and demons as well. It's kind of like that show. Is it a show? Is it a movie? Da Vinci Code? Da Vinci Code. Hunter of Gifts is coming through. Oh, on the bottom we get nothing. Closed book. Closed book. Okay, so the way I'm going to say this in the most positive way is, it's as though
I'm not sure.
am realizing other versions of me and what they've gone through, what they've held. It's kind of like a feeling of projecting certain emotions or experiences while being earthly, but those experiences might be more emotional, they might be ethereal, whatever the case may be, to very earthly, if there's scars or whatnot. I am those are all versions of me that are stepping forward to be steroids for the solar plexus, which is bringing me back to the Ark of the Covenant of seeing things as like secret power and opening up this briefcase, Pulp Fiction style, and whatever that briefcase may hold or represent that I've been carrying around for, days, weeks, months, years, and realizing that part of me or this aspect, whatever channel this might be in, that has been carrying, if you've, it's like being a kid and you project it into a doll or something like that, or a teddy bear or a haunted object, and realizing the power that's there, and it really is a gift. And this is what becomes the golden glow of it all. And now there's this ability to foresee things as that, foresee experiences that I'm having, that I'm in, that I'm feeling, that I'm sensing. Yeah, see, because for me, I had a bunch of, anyway, toys on a shelf that this little boy Ghost used to play with all the time, and I would get in trouble for it. Anyway, so, but like that's part of my gift that for a long time I put in this briefcase and hid away from a lot of people or even myself out of fears or, different times when things weren't as popular, or it's just plain old scary. Anyway, so the point being is, it's like now this foresight of seeing this stacked solar plexus, that now it's like one big steroid, and I mean that in such a positive way. This heightened sense, because we're all stacked, can see over the forest. It's not even seeing through the trees. It has this higher perspective to have the foresight that any sort of adventure that I'm going to have as we go through, each jump down. And now I'm seeing like everyone like hold hands and then doing like a forest walk, still very connected, but horizontally, more passively, but remembering we can always stack for that higher perspective if we all work together, all parts, if you see the solar plexus as a good old fashioned sun, as each of the sun rays emanating out from that, we can stack and we can see this point of view. So we're never lost. And we can always know that the experiences that we're going through and while we're in the greenery of this earthly landscape, always see the gift in things. Have I done this justice? I am not entirely sure, but if you're still here, you're very much so aware. And I'm going to leave a beat, because it's while being in the green forest of the heart. It's while being in the green nature of being earthly type feel. And then we have here Kundalini, untapped energy, because this is coming into fruition. And then priorities, building blocks for life. And this is what has been going, the building block, putting all of these soul pieces together in the solar plexus area, or feeling them come together, kind of like the pyramid when I was saying everyone was stacked, but I was seeing it more like this. I love that. I was seeing like all the different versions of me, these aspects, stacked more like a line, and then I could see the forest over the forest. But classically, I think in cheerleading, it is a triangle? No, pyramid. And it's as though now the gift of this solar body, solar sight, solar senses. Yes, look, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. And even when the rain comes and clouds may go and there may be storms, I'm always now in a state of understanding through the foresight, to have that gift of knowing it is to my benefit, to the earth's benefit, to the plants, to the animals, to the energy, whatever the case is. I hope this has made sense. I hope this did serve, inspire, educate, or entertain. And until next time, we will flip it, and I will see you again soon. So much love. Bye. Ooh, chakra, light body right in the middle. Love it.